Okay, good evening, Hoops fans. It is Friday evening, March the 6th. We just wrapped up some exciting high school basketball. Going to recap that for you real quickly and talk a little bit about the games tomorrow, especially for the Georgia Bulldogs. And I want to talk a little bit about the Lady Tigers tonight. Just got back from Fort Valley State, watching them play in the Final Four. Um, First time I think Metter Tigers ladies had been in the Final Four. Um, Historic accomplishment. Um, had won the region previously, and region championships are always great. You can't take those away from you. The Lady Tigers battled hard, but it was just a little bit too much for them there in the end, and they lost. But the hard fought game. Was proud of them the way they battled back in the second half and just fell short. But hats off to them. And then also want to say great season for the Metter boys team as well. They made it to state playoffs and represented Metter well, had a third place finish in the region. Had some really good, exciting games, but hats off to the Metter Lady Tigers and the Metter Tigers for an excellent season this year. And looking forward to, they both had young teams, losing a couple of seniors, but should be looking good next year too. Got a great foundation to build on. So hats off to the Metter Lady Tigers for a fantastic season, region champs, and also to the Metter guys, Tigers, for an excellent season as well. So thanks to all the coaches, all the parents, all the players who made that happen, and it doesn't happen easy. So we know that a lot of work went into that, and thank you for representing Metter and our community very well this season, and look forward to more from you. Now, turning our attention to the Dogs for tomorrow, I want to give you a quick scenario here. The Dogs come in 21-9. That's if we win tomorrow, we play Mississippi State at Mississippi State. I think that would be the most wins in the regular season prior to the SEC tournament since the Jim Herrick days, I believe, back in the early 2000s. So got a chance to make a historic step forward, and this would also is our third season in a row under Coach White. Only the third time in Dog history that we've had three 20-win seasons back to back. So looking forward to keeping that going. Give you a little scenario here on what this means and how this shapes up going into the SEC tournament, which starts next week on Wednesday. That's the teams 9 through 16 will pair up. 9 would play 16, 10 would play 15, and so forth on that Wednesday night, opening night, and then everybody else 8 through 1 gets a bye. Doesn't they get to wait and play the Thursday game. So going into tomorrow's games, the Dogs are sitting at 9th place in the SEC overall standings. However, there is a four-way tie, or maybe four-way tie at 5th place ahead of the Dogs. So in those positions are Vandy, and they're all sitting at these guys are all sitting at 10-8. There's Vanderbilt, Missouri, Texas A&M, Kentucky, and then of course tied with us at 9th place is Texas. Though I think we split with Texas, and I'm not sure how the tiebreaker actually works, but I think we have the head-to-head, some sort of an edge on them. And right now, I think in the standings, even though we're technically tied with Texas, I think we hold a tiebreaker. So going into tomorrow's games, we, depending on how this falls, could move from 9th place up to 7th place. Potentially could even move into 6th place. But the two games that are critical for the Dogs are there's two of these teams ahead of us who are playing at home, but against tough opponents that could beat them at home. And if so, each loss, as long as the Dogs take care of business at Mississippi State, where we're playing tomorrow, if we can win our game and these other games fall right, we could move up, I think, to as high as 7th place, possibly 6th. So the two games that are important is Arkansas travels to Missouri. Arkansas is ranked number 20th in the country right now, and they go into that game as a road underdog at 3.5-point underdog. The other game that's important, and like I say, Missouri's 10-8. So if they lose and we win, we tie with them, but we win the tiebreaker. Same thing. Kentucky is ahead of us at 10-8, but they're hosting Florida tomorrow in Kentucky. Florida's a 6.5-point favorite in that game. So Arkansas is a 3.5-point favorite on the road at Missouri. Florida's a 6.5-point favorite at Kentucky. If both of those fall right for us and the home teams lose, we move up to 7th place. Texas is hosting Oklahoma. Texas is tied with us, so we could erase all worries about tiebreakers if they lose. But they are actually a 7.5-point home favorite over Oklahoma. So the two games that are really important for us tomorrow, in addition to our game, is seeing how Missouri comes out and Kentucky comes out against Arkansas and Florida, respectively. So going into the Mississippi State game, what are we looking at there? How is that shaping up? So let's see. Let's look at the standings first of all and tell you where Mississippi State is. They've struggled this year. They are, let's see, 16, 15, 14. They are sitting at 13th in the league at 5-12 in the conference, just 13-17 overall. And we go into this game as a 5.5-point road favorite. So it looks like, and I've looked on OddsShark, they've not run the computer model, but they do have us again as a 5.5-point favorite. Vegas has us as a 5.5-point favorite. When you look at our net rankings, we have moved up in the last few weeks. We are now sitting at, let's see here, we are 29th in the net rankings, and in that WAB, wins above bubble, we have moved up and we are now, let's see where we are, we're 29th also in that. So we're one below Kentucky there, where we're at 2.86, they're at 3.4, but they're 28th and we're 29th. So if we could, we're right there with them. If they were to get beat by Florida, I'm sure we would move ahead of them. So that's the scenario for tomorrow. We've got a full slate of games all day tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Hoping the Dogs can pull one out. Should tell you the two, when we talked about this about 6 games ago, pointed out that we needed to win 3 of the last 6. Well, here we are at game 6 of that 6-game stretch, and we've won 4 out of 5. So the Dogs have really turned it on here and found some things that work down the stretch, and can't say enough about how well they've been playing. Very proud of the Dogs. Down this stretch, they've, like I say, beat Alabama, an exciting game Saturday. The only game we've lost in this stretch was on the road at Vanderbilt. So we've played really well during this last 6-game stretch. If we can win tomorrow, we would go into the SEC tournament having won 5 out of our last 6. So it'd certainly be good momentum going into the tournament and potentially into the March Madness bigger field of 68 tournament. So a lot on the table for tomorrow. Dogs are looking good, feeling positive about it. We found some things that work. Kareem Stagg in the lineup is working well. Somto's playing well. Our guards are playing well. Jordan Ross is showing why he's a guy with March Madness experience coming in from St. John's. He's leading us in assists. Blue Cane is Blue Caning. Jeremiah Wilkinson is a consistent scorer. Smurf Millender's come on. He's really been a substantial guard for us and can score and dish the ball. Defense has picked up. Everybody's collectively rebounding better. Let's see. Justin Abson, the guy in from App State, they say he's like the old guy at the YMCA, got those, church league moves for the old man, but he's very good. He's a good passer. We just, Jake Wilkins. Jake Wilkins has really come on and give us some good minutes. And who can forget Cannon Catchings, 32 points at Alabama, and he's come on and playing lights out. So just a lot of guys have contributed. We normally play 10, 11 guys, and all of them are contributing collectively. Our defensive effort has gotten better. We were next to last in the nation in rebounding just a few weeks ago, and now we've improved that by probably 15 to 20% in terms of national standing. So still not great, but we're holding our own. I think we out-rebounded Alabama by 10 rebounds. We've cut down on our turnovers. Our assists are looking good. We've had a couple of games in this stretch with 4 to 1 assist to turnover ratio. So a lot of things trending well for the Dogs. We seem to be collectively together. Looks like we like each other and working hard, and egos don't seem to be in the way, and like where we're heading. So hope you can tune in tomorrow. It's 3:30. I'm sorry. I think it's on the SEC network. I'm not sure about that, but hope you can watch it and pull for the Dogs. If you're not able to, catch the recap. Hopefully we'll be able to do a little post-game recap as well. So that's all for tonight. Again, congratulations, Lady Tigers and Metter Tigers, and looking forward to more tomorrow. So go Dogs and go Tigers.